Taran's Max Classroom friends. In today's class, we're going to learn about Max. So, in two parts. That's part 1, part 2. So, you may think why I have divided this Max into two parts and taken class today. It's because these two parts, that's part 1, part 2, are the most important elements of Max. You may think that the previous things we have learned in Max is very important. Yes, of course it is. But these two are very important in our daily life. It is applicable everywhere. So part 1 we will be learning about speed, distance, time. So you may think, oh, what's this? Yes, dot D dot T. What code is this? You may think. It's not a code. It's just a short form of speed, distance, time. I have written like this, okay? That means yes, for S stand for speed, D for distance, and T for time. And for part 2, which I will be using this place, we will be learning about algebra. That's algebraic expressions. Okay, but with the exception of linear equations. We will be learning about that in this class. Okay. So first, let's come back to part 1. Speed, distance, time. So what does that mean? It's better to write here. Speed, then distance and time. So speed is nothing than the unit distance, that's a distance traveled by a body in a unit time. That means speed. Okay. So speed in short form in max, it is the ratio of the distance to the time. So in short form, it's not the ratio, it is d by t. Okay. So now next we are going to move to distance. So distance is nothing than the distance that is traveled by a body in that speed in a particular time. Okay. So in some question, speed will be given, time will be given, distance will be asked. In some, speed will be given or not, time will be given or not, but distance will be asked. In that cases, we use the formula that is S into T. And to find the time, that's the amount of time taken by a body to travel that distance in that specific speed, and it has the, what can I tell, the formula of S by D. So you will take it so difficult to remember all these formulas. So for that we have an easy trick. It is a small triangle. So don't think I am drawing a foot pyramid. So this triangle is nothing than, okay, a flowchart of these symbols in this triangle in a particular order. So this line stands for the division. For fraction we used to write we used to write like this, right? So this line stands for that, and this line stands for multiplication. You understood? So here the first one. So first, whatever you need to remember is speed. So first write yes. Write it this side. D by T. Can you understand? That's all. Don't do anything. S is equal to D by T. Distance is equal to S into T. Then time. Wait a minute. Yeah. Time is equal to distance by S. But there's nothing wrong in writing D by S as well as S by D. Just if you write like S by D, just put a minus sign. Okay, we can solve it that way. If it's a very big number, we can put a minus sign and we can solve it. It means the reciprocal of that number. Okay. So here, this is the small triangle which helps us to understand these are the formulas of speed, distance and time. Okay. So whenever you get a problem related to this lesson, we need to remember these formulas, which are very important. So now, after we learn about this, let's learn the units of all these three elements. That is speed, distance, and time. So you all know. But before that, I'll give an activity. If you want, you can just write and you can update in the comment box which is below. I hope you'll be traveling to many places through different mode of transportation. Take one mode of transportation and find the distance traveled by you in a specific time. That is, I am asking you to find the distance and time. I mean the total one. Then find the average speed. Okay? So update in the comment box below. It's very easy. At the last of this lesson, I will tell the formula. I'll tell now itself. Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Did you understood? Okay. So now let's learn the units of these three elements. First one is speed. So speed we usually denote by kilometer per hour. So in physics you may have learned about uniform and non-uniform motion. So here speed is always it is uniform under uniform motion. Okay, we already know that. But here what I come to tell is 1 hour 40 kilometer, 2 hour 80 kilometer, 3 hour 120 kilometer. Can you understood? So it means 40 kilometer in each hour. So you may think I should write like this: 40 plus 40 plus 40, which is equal to 120 kilometer. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes into 60. Many people do like this. But no, this is not the actual formula. It's very easy. So I already told you that speed is equal to distance by time. So the speed is equal to 40 kilometer in each 1 hour. So it becomes speed is equal to 40 kilometer 40 kilometer per hour. You can write like H or HR. Okay. Over. Can you understand? Very easy. Speed is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. So here we can conclude that the unit of speed is kilometer per hour. So for smaller units we have meter per second, which we denote by M by S. And in higher grades you will be learning about kilometer per minute, centimeter by hour, or centimeter by minute, or maybe millimeter by seconds. There are many other units, but the main two are kilometer by hour and meter by second. Understood? Next one, let's move to distance. Just forget about this number as it may confuse you. You may think that number belongs to this formula. No, okay? So now let's come for distance. Distance is nothing than the length. So length we denote by kilometer, meter and centimeter. Okay, hey guys, I need to tell a small trick to you. Okay, I have a chocolate. So here it is this much big. The next part is this much big, and the next part is this much big, and the next part is this much big. I have two friends. I need to share with them the chocolate, but I'm not gonna eat it. What I will do? But they will ask, no, equal. Here, this is small, this is big, this is small, this is big. What will I do? Take the two of the small as well as the big and give them. So it becomes equal, and the other small as well as the big, and if there is a bit more, we'll take a bit of that and give it to the one having the lesser one. Can you understand it? Yeah. Same thing here, guys. Kilometer, meter, centimeter. Time. If the time is for kilometer, if it is hour, then it's okay. If it's for kilometers for minute, then you need to convert it. Either convert this kilometer, we don't need to take minute because actually we won't be solving sums with minute. Let's take seconds. So for seconds, we don't have for kilometer by second. There's no unit like that. So we need to convert this seconds into minutes. Can you understand? So we divided by 60. Like that we have many conversions. So we will be learning about it in the following sums which we will be solving now. Can you understand? So this is over. And then for time. Time, the main unit is hour. And writing like H hour. Then minute. And then at rare cases they use seconds. So that's all. So speed is equal to kilometer by hour, m by s. For d we have km, m, cm, and for time we have hour, minute, and seconds. That's all. Over. So now these units are over. So over. Almost I covered the chapter, but still there are many things we still need to learn about. I have a number like this: 40 km. Sorry, km by 50 hour. The question, this is the answer. Okay, let's take 4 by 5. But in the question they are asking the answer in ms minus 1. But all the units are same. Kilometer, hour, everything is same. And here maybe it's not 40 by 50. It's a very big number. And we simplified it and we got this answer. So you may think, multiply this 4 into 1000. So we get it in minutes. And this 5 into 60 or something else. But no, don't think like that. Easy. Multiply by 5 by 80. Okay? 5 gets cancelled. This gets to be 2. This gets to be 9. So the answer is 2 by 9. M is minus 1. Hope you understood it. Okay? It's very easy. Multiply by 5 by 80. Here comes a trick. If it is ms minus 1 and convert to kilometer by hour, then multiply by 18 by 5. Just reciprocal. That's simply alta, okay? So take the reciprocal of it. 18 by 5 and solve. Over. Now we are going to solve some sums. So whenever you solve sums, keep the triangle in your mind. Okay? Divide your mind into 2 hours. Here keep the formulas and here solve it. Okay? So now let's we have some sums which we need to convert into ms minus 1. You may have seen symbols like this: km, h minus 1, then ms minus 1. It's nothing. Instead of putting this fraction, they write it like this in simple forms. Okay, it's very simple. There's nothing to convert. Just to take to exponents law, something else we don't need to look at. It means instead of putting this the percentage, that's not percentage, fraction symbol, that's this slash, we write these powers minus 1, minus 1. We are not gonna write other powers like minus 2, minus 3, blah blah about it. Okay, so that's it. Now let's come to this lesson. So let's solve 2 sums regarding the change of the speed from ms to kmh minus 1 and from kmh minus 1 to ms minus 1. Okay. The first one is 36 ms minus 1. So if I need to convert this 36 ms minus 1 to km h minus 1 multiply by 5 by 18. Understood? So 38 into 5 by 18. So it becomes 38 by 1. Then you can divide it 12, 6, 1, 2, which is equal to 10% km h minus 1. Okay, did you understood? So this is one sum. That is converting ms minus 1 to kmh minus 1. So now we are going to solve another one that is converting kmh minus 1 to ms minus 1. Let's just multiply by 18 by 5. Instead of 5 by 18, multiply by 18 by 5. Okay. Let's take 50 km by hour. So 50 into 18 by 5. Cancel 10, which is equal to 180 ms minus 1. Okay? Here a question arises. From where this 18 by 5 by 18 came? Okay. I will teach you now. First of all, 1 km by hour is equal to, but I should not teach it because this is related to physics, but anyway, let it be. 1 kmh minus 1 by hour, in simple terms, you can tell kmh minus 1 is equal to 3.6 ms minus 1. Did you understood? And 5 kmh minus 1, kmh is equal to 18 ms minus 1. This for simple terms we use this formula, but nowadays we don't need this, okay? So here how it comes is 1 km by hour is equal to this 1000 that's meter by, so 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, but here we are going to convert this what can I tell, hour into seconds, so it becomes 3600 seconds. So now we are going to do cancellation. Cancelled and cancelled, so it becomes 3.6. For further cases, if you need to divide more, very easy, divide this 10 by 36. Okay? So 10 divided by 36. What happens? 0 point, it becomes 100. So in which table it will go? Let's check in 5. So it becomes 180, not possible. Then 36 into 9, into 3. 6 or 18. This is equal to 108. It's not possible. So we can do it with 2. So 36 into 2. 2, then 1, 72. So 2 are 72 is equal to 8. Then 0 minus 7 is equal to 380. Okay, then 380. Okay, so now here I got a small confusion. Very often we get this answer, that is 0.2. Then we get a vinculum here, but here how, because here it does not end. We get a reminder, so it goes on. So we do rounding off. So most of all time we used to write like this. I'm not doing anything wrong. We just simply write like this and put a slash. But here, if we are gonna just, what can I tell, round off. So when we round off, this point comes here as there's a vinculum. We call this as a vinculum. This point, it comes this side, which is equal to 5.18. So when we solve it, this 5.18, it becomes 5 by 18. It's because if we solve this, it does not end. This remainder goes on. So it becomes like in this form. So and we get the answer. If we get the answer like this, we need to round up it and we get this number. Okay. But nowadays, in most of the times, we use this formula. That is, what is it? 3.6. Here, I experienced this. One day, when I was solving a sum, I wrote it like this: 3.6 is equal to 36 by 10. And do you know what I got? I got a 0. Please don't convert this 33.6 into fraction when you solve it. When you solve the multiplication as well as division, I hope you remember the laws which I teach you in the decimal. Follow them. Please don't convert this into fraction and then solve it. Okay? So that's all. This is an unwanted topic, but still I teach you how the 5 by 18 came, but it's actually a bit tough one. Okay? So now let's go to the sums. So now converging ms minus 1 and kmh minus 1 to the other forms is over. Now we are going to solve the sums related to how we should find the speed, then distance, and then time. So this is nothing than my max book. I'm just taking sums from it. First, let me teach you some in math. So, person A, he is traveling from this point, from a place to another place. Okay, so the distance between these two places is 222. Okay, and the 22 kilometer, and the time he takes is 2 hours. Okay, just imagine it is impossible. Anyway, let's take it. So here the speed is asked and the distance is 222 and the time is kilometer, time is 2 hours, or let's take 20 hours. So here, yes, here I'll tell you one thing. Thinking you are a genius, should I write these formulas before I write these sum? You may make mistakes. You may get confused, and instead of d by t, you may write t by d. Some wrong things may happen. Always write the formula in the answer that's in the top, and then solve it. Okay. So S is equal to d by t, which is equal to 22 by, don't write the units as it may confuse you. Don't write the units, but check whether these units are same. For kilometer by hour, you can solve. If it's kilometer by minutes, you cannot. Convert into hour. Kilometer by seconds, convert into hour. Same for the meter per second. Okay, by 20. So then cancel by 2. It becomes 111. Becomes 10, which is equal to 1.11. What's that? K kilometer kmh minus 1. Over. Understood? Easy. But if you want, you can just divide these both. The 111 by 10. You would have get the same answer, or maybe you may get it in fraction form. Okay. So now this is over. Let us move to the next person B. Let's take, okay, first person A, now person B. He is traveling from Delhi to Agra, the speed of 500 kmh minus 1. So here speed is given 500 kmh minus 1. The time he takes to cover these two places is 2 seconds. No, not 2 seconds, 200. Imagine it's impossible. Okay, just imagine, okay? So now, find distance. Keep the formula in your mind. D is equal to S into T. It is equal to, beware of what I'm doing, okay? Find the mistake. 500 into 200, which is equal to K M H minus 1. Find the mistake. Okay. Please find it. It is seconds. You should convert the seconds into hour and then you need to solve it. Okay. So I somebody did it wrong, but you should not do the same mistake. So what you should do is, so convert this 200 seconds into minutes. Please don't use that formula 18 by 5, 5 by 18. Don't use that because they are not asking to convert these both. Only one means very easy. That's 2000 and 200 seconds is equal to 3600 hours. So what's the answer? 3600 into multiplied by 200. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, yeah, 0, 0, then 0, 0, 0, 0, 2 6 are 2, then 1 remaining, 72. Answer is 72000. So the answer is, it is 7 lakh 20,000 hours. That is, I just multiplied this because it is in seconds. So you need to convert this seconds into hours. Okay. But here is another one trick. You may think, hey, you are telling me for seconds multiply by the number of hours. Then what to do for hours? What do you do this? Bigger to smaller means multiply. Smaller to bigger means divide. Understood? Very easy. Big to small, multiply. Small to big, just divide. Okay? So now, 500 km h minus 1 by 200 by 3600, which is equal to 500 into 3600 by 200. Okay, so it's simple, but if you don't like to do this formula this way, you can do like this. Just hide this. So 200 by 3600. Solve this and then do the thing. Okay, so here what I did is, how to do the division of fraction? To the KCF method. Keep, keep, flip and then solve it. Okay, so here 500 kmh minus 1 by 200 by 3600. So here this means divide. So 500 by 1. This becomes a fraction into the reciprocal, that is alta. This comes up and this comes down. So 3600 by 200. So you do the cancellation. So it's 18 and 18 into 5 is equal to 9,000. 9,000. What's the distance? Kilometer. So it is 9,000 kilometer the distance is. Okay. So that's all. Over. So now there's another one person who is known as C. He is traveling from point this point to that point, two places. Okay, he is traveling in a speed of 36 ms minus 1, and the distance of the two places is let's take the number 240 kilometer, not 2 kilometer, yeah, meter. Let's take meter. Find the time. So to find the time, what's the formula? It is distance by speed. So that's t is equal to d by s. So this time is equal to this 240 divided by the speed, that is 36. So do you know why I'm telling like this? ms minus 1 meter. You may think, huh? What is this man doing? Convert this meter into kilometer. No, we don't need to. Okay. So because ms minus 1 by meter, there's nothing wrong in it. So we can solve it directly. So 240 by 36. So we can divide it by 30. It becomes 80. This becomes 112. Again we can divide it. By 2 tables 6 and 40. Then again we can divide it 3 20, which is equal to 20 by 3. 20 by 3. Which is equal to 6.7. What's the time? 6 seconds. Okay. Oh. So here what I did this 240 divided by 36. Here I got the answer as 20 by 3. So you may think that something is wrong. Just I divided this 20 by 3 and I got the answer as decimal. So here 6 3s are 18 divided 2. Here one step I missed, that is again 20 will come. In Tamil can I explain? Tiruma the same number will become. See, 20, again 6, 20, again 6, 18, 18, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, it goes on. So, it becomes 6.6 by vinculum. It means goes on. So, you could write the answer as 6.6 by vinculum. So, a round off it as 6.7. So, the answer becomes 6.7. That is seconds. Because, here seconds. Always look at the speed for the units. So, if it's distance means it becomes meter. Time means it becomes seconds. Speed means just write the same thing. Over. So, now, main sums we completed. So, that's all. But in my book, there are many sums. These, if you know these simple formulas, very easy to solve. Okay? So, before we do that, we need to learn about very interesting topic. Trains. Okay? You know about trains, right? You have seen many different types of trains in our daily life. But do you ever notice how the speed, distance, time is calculated in these trains? Okay, let me solve it. So, train is a very long vehicle. Okay, here is a surprising formula. The distance traveled by the train is equal to the length of the train. In Tamil, I will explain. The distance of the train is equal to the length of the train. That is, D of train is equal to L of train. This is the first formula. How to find the distance? The next one is you've seen trains crossing bridges, tunnels, then small types of channels, etc. So in that cases, the distance that is inside that tunnel is equal to the time taken by the train to travel through it. Can you understand? D of I'm writing as place. Okay, place is equal to the L into T, train. That is L in length into train, which is equal to time of this travel or not of it travel by the train. Just travel by the train. Can you understand? So here it is. Distance of the train is distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. Here the distance of that place. Place means not all the places, not all the railway tracks. The one in the channels, bridges, canals, dams. All these come in this formula is equal to the length of train, which means length into. But here length it won't become into because this is also about train and this is also the same. But here it is different. So it becomes length into train, which is equal to time taken by the train. Okay. So now let's do some regarding it. I'm solving only one, but it's a very big one. An express train, known as let's take let's take H. Okay, let's take H. Is traveling from point A to point B. The distance between these two places is unknown. Time taken is unknown, but speed is 204 km h minus 1. And then find the time taken by the train to cover this place. Okay, it's very different, right? Easy. Here, just take this as x. Take this as y. Divide this into 2 because this is located in the center. Divide this into 2. Find for x, then find for y. Then add the both, you will get the answer. Okay? So for x is equal to, so here what they are asking, time, which is equal to d by s. Also x is equal to, let's take d itself, by is 204. So now what happens is this x is equal to minus 204 by d. Over. Leave it like that. Leave it. Now come for y. So y is equal to a same formula. It becomes minus 204 by d. Because these both are equal, so both same distances you will get. So now to add, this is where you need to be so careful. Minus 204 by d plus minus 204 by d. Minus. What you should do? Add the both and put the minus sign. So here you may get in confusion. Why same things? Because this is an equal distances. Here x is same and y is same. As well as the speed is uniform because 204 is an even number. So it becomes equal. So the answer is same one. To add the both, first add these two numbers and give the minus sign. It is equal to 204 by 204. 2 plus 2. So minus 408 by d, which is equal to d by 408. Because this minus sign will be removed as I take the reciprocal. So this becomes 1. Because the power of this d is 1, which is equal to 1 by 408. Remove this d. Understood? So the d comes here, d is equal to 1 by 408. Okay. So it's very easy. If you know the formula, it's very easy. Here, one step is missed. Find it. But answer is right. One step I missed. Distance is equal to length of the train. Here, I don't know the length of the train. But here, as it's equal, I did it in this way and I got the answer as 1 by 408. But if you want to, then what can I simplify? You can divide 1 by 408. You may think, what silly it is. 1 divided by 408. Yes, you can. First, just put 1, 408. Then put 0 point. And then put in 0 for 1. So it becomes 10. Not divisible. Again put in 0. It becomes 100. It's not divisible. Then again put in 0. It becomes 1000. Then divided. You will get the answer in decimal form. So the answer is excuse me. Okay. So the answer is distance is equal to 1 by 408 kilometers. Understood? So the distance is this much distance you need to cover in this specific time, that 204 km minus 1. So here, distance I don't know, time I don't know, only speed I know, still I calculate it. Okay? So here you don't need to calculate this because this d comes distance, so d is equal to 1 by 408 km. Understood? So over. Same case, find for t. So this t is equal to d by s. So this t is equal to d is unknown. So let's take x. Well, d by let's say yes 204. So this becomes 1. So 1d minus 1d by, because as it comes here 204 is equal to t. So t is equal. So here this gets removed. So it is minus 1 by 204, which is equal to, take the reciprocal, 204 by this 1 is equal to, as it becomes a whole number, it is 204 hours. Understood? So here why the answer is all same, because this distance is equal. So now let's take a scenario where the distance is unequal. It becomes like this, and the distance is given and the speed is not given. Distance is given, maybe it's 66 kilometer. Here now we are going to find speed, not time. We have read many times. Let's take speed. So speed is equal to d by t, which is equal to 66 by, what's the t? Let's write it as t. Which is equal to 66 by 1 by t, which is equal. Also here this 10. Now just take the t out. So t is equal to this 1 comes up and 66 comes down. So is equal to 1 by 66. 1 by 66. What's that? For time we will be writing it as hours. No, what's it? Kilometer means hours. Hours over hour. So time, here we got a time because speed is equal to d by t. So here we got time as we took it out. So now to find the speed, again calculate d by t, you will get the answer. But here I am going to teach you in shortcut. Okay? Don't consider this step and don't take this d. Simply write as x. X by what's d they gave, right? D they gave 66 by x. And some books for answer they will be giving this, but in some cases we can write it like this: x is equal to minus 66, which is equal to x is equal to 1 by 66. That's a very easy. So same answer, but the step which I followed is different. So x is equal to 1 by 66, and the x is equal to speed. Over. This is problem related to train. Now you understood why I took this chapter. Very important. Every day we use this element of maths in our daily lives. That's why I divided into two and I took this chapter. Okay, so in today's, that's all. In today's class I covered almost the total topic, but still there's one left. How to convert 3.6 kilometer by minutes minus 1 to a ms minus 4. Okay, this is exceptional to the one I taught you. Here, what is the difference is very easy. Minutes. Okay. First I wrote hours, but here I'm writing minutes. So the 5/18 I told you that won't be used here. Instead, what formula we will be using is 3.6. 3.6. Can you understand? Then into slash into then as what's this just write kilometer by what's that min. Can you understand? You understood, right? Is equal to 3.6 by 1000 meter by 1 minute is 2 seconds. 60 by 60. Here, please don't cancel. These and these, cancel these zeros. I will tell what. Which is equal to this 0 comes this side. So it becomes 360 by 6. Very easy, right? If you cancel this and this, how will you convert this decimal into normal whole number? So here 160. The answer is equal to how much? 60 and this one. Okay? Very easy. What happened is, here instead of hour I wrote min and we solved it. In some cases we will do centimeter, but still in our daily life is it possible? Moving in small centimeters, it's not possible, right? Okay. So in today's class we learned about speed, distance and time. And we learned about the formulas. And again, just learn these will be very useful for your daily life. And just remember the question I told you. Calculate the average speed. That is average speed, total speed you travel. Distances. This must means some question they will ask. Find the distance of speed of this much place. But here I am asking for the total. So it becomes distance by t, and then write the answer in the comment box below. Okay. So thank you friends. Hope you enjoyed my class today. But don't worry. Again we have one big boy is gonna come. Of my friend is gonna come. Who's he? Part 2. His algebra. Okay. So now we are gonna see in the next video. So thank you friends.